change it a little bit, you know, if we got 39,000, yeah, that's great.
Okay, we're on. You're all right. Mike, can I have you scoot over one more chair? That? Yeah, we can, but we'll still have to put it in the paper and everything for surplus. Yeah, we absolutely. Oh, it was hot. Hot. Thank God I had a lot of wind from the beach. And thank goodness there was water to stick my feet in and get into the dip off because it was extreme heat warning the other day. But we lucked out because that tropical storm came there and they had like double red flags till the day before we got there. It was red flag for like the first 2 days before we got there. The day we got there was the first day that it was yellow, and the day after we left, or the day we left, like we left that morning at like 6:30, it was red flag. And it's been yellow, it turned yellow today, but there was a storm the last night when we were there. It wasn't even rain, it was just wind and thunder and lightning, and the entire condominium was like the whole thing, pitch black. Everybody has their crap lights out, bed lamps on, like trying to see around our condos. This is fearful. It was nuts. All right, it's 6:01. Let's call this meeting to order. All right. We'll do roll call. Craig is not here yet. I don't know if he is coming or not. Lisa Burr, here. Seth DeLong, here. Jessica Kramer is here. Max Oakland, here. And Chad Sawyer. Oh, there he is. Here. We're good. You're fine. And we're just doing roll call. So, Craig Easter. Here. All right. Let's stand for the pledge really quick. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Meeting is being recorded. Anyone who speaks is given permission to be recorded and posted to our YouTube channel and Township website. Virtual participation is not monitored, so you can virtually watch the meeting, but if you need or want to speak, it must be in person. First thing is the approval of minutes from our last meeting on March 31st, 2026. Has everyone had a chance to review those and have any questions? It's August 3rd. No one has any questions. I just need a motion and a second to approve the board minutes from March 31st, 2026.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from 3/31/26.
Second that motion.
And then if you two will sign that one for me. Yep. Next on our agenda is mileage and meals. This is from January 1st, 26 to July 31st of 26. As you can see, I do a lot of running to the bank, to Psalms, to the council meetings, redevelopment. The majority of them, if I can watch them, if I don't have to be present for the meeting, or there's a reason why I need to go, I will watch them online. All of them I've watched, I watched the 2 hour and 30 something minute meeting the day before I left for vacation, from county council on budget. That was very interesting to say the least. So this is mileage from January 1st through the end of July. And you're probably asking why I wanted to save a lot, and I had to help, a gentleman helped with food, and, I called Save a Lot while he was here to double check that the food vouchers that we've done in the past, they've still accepted. Yes, I even talked to the manager. An hour and 20 minutes later, after I had another person in my office and I was at my house grabbing something to eat, I get a call from a lady. She's like, well, we changed hands in the last year or two, and we don't have a voucher for you. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be right up with a credit card or a debit card because you're going to need something because you already have card groceries. She's like, yes. So, yeah, that's why I was at Save a Lot. Rulers was to get fire departments and waters that were on sale while I was already in Poston. So, I don't make countless trips. I try not to, and I don't ever charge for going to the town hall or anything like that. If it is in Port Ranch, I'm not charging for it. I don't have time for that. That's insane. So mileage and meals, 308.66 miles. The rate is still 49 cents per mile, the state rate, so it's 151.24. Expenses beyond what the trustee's office may be able to provide. I can provide transportation, not an actual vehicle, but fuel I can. I just did that in the last 2 weeks, actually. The other thing that they kept saying is they gave us this flyer on what they've done in 2025, and supposedly 900 and something nights of care was given in the entire, that's between Pike and Gibson County. There's not even a hotel here in Gibson County that I hardly even do a voucher anymore. So I find that very hard to believe that they've given 900 and something nights of care to people here in our township and in Pike County. Or Gibson County and Pike County. Because I talked with Princeton quite a bit, and I also talked with Oakland City, and both of them are dumbfounded as well when it comes to this thing. This was not anything they, so they're wanting us to give them $5,000, and then they're also requesting $500 for an administrative overhead for their administrator to get $500 for that. I'll be honest, I'm not for this. We have our own funds, and I meet people besides last week, I've had at least probably 2 or 3 applications per week for the last 6 weeks. It has been all I've been able to do for the last over a month. That's all I've dealt with is financial assistance for people. So.
I guess why bring this to us?
I have to. They have a trustee review and determination, has to be brought to a board meeting, and you have to tell them when you had it, and whether you approve it or approve it with conditions or decline it.
So
I don't have the authority to approve it myself, or approve it myself.
can they show receipts where they, covered South Gibson people?
I mean, it had to be Union Township, because like,
Well,
I had somebody reach out the other day, I'm sorry, I can't help you with the forms up.
Right.
I had somebody else, Costa had somebody for me, I have somebody for them, like, we always get in touch with each other, and get them to the right people, or I give them contact information to get to the right people.
Well, I know that salvation, I have seen where they do put people in hotels, where
Yeah.
their house comes on fire.
Yes.
And I'm not against, I think it's great, but I would like to see if we even consider this.
Yeah.
Before we even consider this.
Yeah.
We need documentation to show that
Yeah.
they've actually done this.
They got a new administrator a couple of years ago, and since then, it seems like things have thoroughly changed. I used to talk to, Jamie used to be there, head of assistants, I used to talk to her, if not weekly, at least 2 times a month. And I'm talking sometimes for 45 minutes to an hour on the phone. Like, lengthy conversations, she would have me send them stuff so they wouldn't have to get duplicate stuff, as long as we okayed it, they would, I got there as well because they get financial assistance as well. But what I'm told by the branch up there is that they're only able to help like 5-ish families per month now, because their funds are low. And I understand that. But that's 5 people from Gibson and Pike. So you're talking about maybe helping 2 or 3 people. I'm like, $5,000? I can't see this, because if they want to come here and apply for many things, we help if we can. And when I say if we can, it's if there's a need. I'm not helping if you're doing online gambling. I'm not helping if you're door dashing $700 and $800 worth of food in a month. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna become a door dasher in Fort Ranch, I'm gonna tell you. They're making some money. I didn't even know people door dashed in Fort Ranch. So,
Do you want to take what Lisa?
Well,
I'm gonna table it, we ask them for some receipts or,
I'm not for it, for sure, it's cool. It sounds like a lot of money for something we have no record of other than this letter that says.
yeah. This won't be completely accurate because this was printed. Middle of July. That's just a new one. So far, I've spent, this was printed July 8th, so I know somewhere than that, probably around 10 grand. Out of our budget, which is currently 29 for the year. So, I find that very hard that they have spent much.
Even if they had, we still deserve to have documents.
Some kind of-
show that
Absolutely.
that's what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that they ever did not, but
Yeah.
we still have the right to know where our money's.
Correct.
It's not just a donation.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I told my parents, said, well, we can't just donate tax dollars, it's not how it works. But of course, they have an agreement that they use through the whole state of Indiana, so it's all approved by the state way, it's approved by DOGS, approved by all of them.
And some other things, we're adding some, computer cable, wired up to the main room up there. One is on, this wall, west wall, the common area, and 2 more in the, on the east wall of that there. And, let's see, what else? That's about it. We're at a point now where, Jessica and Chad are, we're picking out door collar, full collar, paint, so we're getting that one, and cabinets, stuff like that, countertops, things like that. So we're to stay ahead of them. I anticipate, this month, through that month, done real fast up there. Things will fall together pretty quickly. They got a lift out there, so it's easy to drive on the front here, this week here. That's not going to stay there too long, so we'll get that done. So I've answered all the questions that Zach has had, and, as far as I'm concerned, he can go until, down to, when we get real close to stuff, and finalize and stuff, so they're doing well up there.
Anyone have any questions on fire upstairs renovation? Next is the Gibson Green Grove. If you drive out past Station 2, you'll see they are full steam ahead. They're having a meeting right now, actually, or having at 5, as well, up at the health department building. The only thing, they are looking for funding. So they did have a question as to whether or not the township could provide them with any funding. I'm trying to figure out how, and if we can do a small donation to them. You have to do it as like a public, it's considered like a community partnership, type thing. So I'm looking into that, to be able to help them with a little something. They've got several, things that they're working on. They've already moved over a bunch of stuff. They've been doing tons of wood chippings. They've got 6 raised beds right now at this moment. So they're full steam ahead. I went and helped them do some stuff for the fair, one morning in Princeton. They were all super grateful, like they're just over the moon. I did talk to a lady from Mount Vernon a couple weeks ago, and they have one over there. I am going to go over there and kind of check it out, see what they have. I didn't realize Mount Vernon had one. I did find their Facebook page, so I am going to try and just go over and kind of see if there's anything I can get an idea of something we could partner with them to help them out, to help them get started on stuff. Other than that, I don't really have anything. Can you think of anything else?
No, I'd rather not ask for a lot. We're curious about that round concrete, call it, cistern.
Cistern, yeah.
I don't know what it is, it had to do with work.
Ground
Yeah. They went inside to look at it, they're very curious about it. Well, there's a lock on there, and I ain't got a key for it, and I can't get it cut off. Yes.
It was for the water treatment plant.
Well, the water wells are out there,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I don't know what it was for. They want to look inside, they got people asking them, they're curious about looking in there. And also, so,
Why?
I don't know if they want to get water out of there or what they want. And I've already told them, I said, listen, we already contacted Colberstein, excavating years ago, years ago. And talked to Lynn, Elkers about it. He looked it over. He said, Mike, he says,
They want to look into it themselves or?
they want to look inside. Some people are curious how much water's in there. You know, I don't know.
I don't know, I can't get it.
We looked into it years ago.
Yeah,
And I remember it being like
Yeah.
10 feet down and seeing water. And we were like, yeah, that's the same.
And I think there was a clear answer for it there. I
We're
already
crazy,
presented,
but we don't want them feeling.
and I already presented that we would put a tote thing out there and put water in it.
Right, you said that.
Yeah, well, I checked into that after the Fort Branch Town, Stacy questioned where's it going to come and cost. So I got curious and looked into that. I asked Jessica, how many gallons of water do we actually use out there? Well, we use less than 1,000 gallons of water. I think it's like 300 gallons out there. A month. On a water bill in Fort Branch, you're allowed 2,000 gallons. We're allowed 2,000 gallons here. So the way I see this, I could get 1,500 gallons out of the station out there, and the town can't say a word about it because it's all covered. And water here, check our usage here.
It's like 400.
We use 400 gallons here. So I could actually get water here even, and still be metered, and still get 1,000 gallons, which is over and above what we need out there,
Yeah.
and haul it out there and dump it into the container. So, they've not actually worked, so they're not really getting everything set up for it, but
Yeah.
this tank thing, I'm trying to put them off, and they said, we have to be plastic. I said, well, I'll see what I can do, find out, and see if I can open it up. But when I open it up, I'll be out there.
I say don't open it.
So right now, it is not being opened because I can't get the lock cut off. And I don't even know where the keys are. She may have a key, but she has this, big wad of keys, over in the office here that we really don't know where everything goes, so. But
They're
that's,
already donating the land. It's not really their advice to tell us that we have to open this up to let them look.
yeah, and initially, I asked
And
this,
it's still set up for Compton, keep that.
Yeah.
and initially I told them, I said, well, what can we use it for? And I said, well, it could be a great tabletop area to work off of. Can we put something across or awning across it? Sure, and then work off it, put chairs around, I don't care, work off of it. It's there, it's not deteriorating, we'll weed, we mow we mow everywhere we can out there, and we still keep up with that. And I thought, just work with that there, shelter there, it's gonna be there. That's
Yeah,
why
it's
it's
not
there.
going away. We're not paying that.
So I went out there and tried it, of course, but since then, I've done nothing. But, and I read their minutes of their meeting, and I have a meeting tonight, and they're very, happy about sending it. So we just get plenty of emails on all that everything. So I'd be curious what's brought up this evening about that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna determine it's not gonna open up. So that's for, other than that out there, they were worried about, parking. I said, well, it's summer, just park right in a rock area, see what we can do next year, maybe we can put a little rock out there for you, I don't know. But that's down the road. Then they asked about, putting a path between their area and the concrete. I said, oh yeah, we're gonna walk in a lot. I says, really? He says, well, where are you gonna make the path out of? Then we're sitting on the board for the, things to be done. Well, we keep them walls and cut up and make a path there so people walk on. I said, well, I didn't get a decision on that there. Only thing I allow them to do right now is, they say, can we store tools inside the station out there? I said, yeah, put them in this area here, or your tools that we can haul back for. And right now, we've got some bricks and holes, and that's about it, nothing major. So, other than that, they never bothered me or asked about anything. So, as far as I know, they're pretty content right now, which is good. I didn't know it was going to be so many questions. And they have a tendency to ask quite a bit, and they're excited. I mean, they're just overwhelmed with what they got out there to work with. So, which is good. And I'm so happy. So that's about all I know about them out there and what's going on. So, and follow them. They're developing a website. They got all kinds of stuff they're developing and processes and everything. So, I'm working on. So that's about it.
When's the, on this renovation upstairs, when is it supposed to be in? Contract there.
So, that's where we're at on that. So, but, yeah, every time they got questions, I answer them right away and keep them moving.
Yeah.
And I work with Denny's, he calls me whenever he has a question, and then that takes care of the plumbing, heating, and air. Zach has always relayed messages to Alex Angmar for electrical, and everything that they've questions and answers that they need
Yeah.
as quick as possible.
And they did already get approval, the fire marshal's already been here, we got approval for that, and that was like, maybe wait like a week for him.
Now, that's.
So that was like a week of, yeah,
Nothing,
nothing,
nothing.
probably maybe a week and a half, I don't know, it was at least a week. We had to wait on him to get here, and thank goodness he did, because right now, we don't have, this is his last day of the job. He took a job in Jasper, he's a Jasper fireman, and took a job in the city, he's gonna essentially start building commission in Jasper, so, thank goodness we got him here when we did. We were on his books, and he's, but yeah, they don't have to come back then until it's finished, so they'll only be here one more time, and then that'll be done. Okay, last thing on here is the truck amount. So we did get an offer from garage.com, we had it listed on 2 different things, garage.com and I'm gonna call it Buchanan Schneider every time. I know, because I look at stuff. But that's what I wanna call it all the time. So we've had it listed, probably
Good luck.
close to a year now, if not more. We finally got a bid on it. The bid amount is $150,000. Garage does get a 8% commission for selling it. It is a fire department out of Louisiana, Forest Hills or something like that, I think is the name. The gentleman has emailed me from there. So we would get $138,000 would be what we would bring home if we accept this bid for the truck. It was put in the paper, July 11th. We had to have the meeting at least 10 days after that. And it was in both the start times and the Clarion, selling a surplus vehicle. Haven't received anything from anybody else, never received a call, bid, nothing else from anyone else. Like I said, this is the first bid that we've ever had for it, but things are not going, for what
We just.
anticipated and what anybody, because things are flooded right now, market's flooded. I don't know the reason for the flood of that, but, like I said, it would be $138 to come home to us. $150 is the bid. We would write a check, or we don't write a check. They actually would take that $12,000 and they would send us a check for $138,000 once the truck. That includes us not delivering it, nothing. They have to either come pick it up, have someone come pick it up, load it up, take it, all the things. All it includes is what we have told them. They know what's coming with the truck, what is not coming off the truck, or Mike already has an appointment set to have Pro Air take off the
Fill station.
fill station.
What you're asking was it,
No, it was.
210 we started.
Yeah, we started that.
And that was just, it got nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
and then we moved it down.
I can remember.
Oh, it's been,
8 months.
oh, no, it's been over a year.
The garage.com was until probably really spring.
Yeah.
Spring Mountain was, well, you're probably pushing almost a year and a half. But we put it out there, I thought it was an open day,
Yeah.
like 6 months.
Yeah. Like I said, we've knocked it down a little bit. We kind of did the same with the tanker truck as well. Nothing was getting any hits. So originally we told you the truck was coming in October. That's not coming in October now. We pushed it back to January. Truck will not be coming until January. I didn't feel comfortable with either of these trucks selling. We were going to sit pretty, and I did not want that. So
Which one is this? The old?
Engineer.
engineering.
But they're not here, it's setting up the other station.
Yeah, it's out at Station 2 right now. We moved it because I didn't
I thought
open.
this was a pumper.
It is.
Okay.
We're trying to sell that and then the tanker as well. Tanker's not listed,
What year is it?
2000.
2008.
Well, well, initially, like the tanker, which, the tanker, how long was that one? Or did you,
Same old time.
same amount of time, what do you got on that?
We started out at 105.
That's what I thought, okay.
We started at 105. Now we've got.
I initially, well,
Now we've
I initially thought this was the tanker.
as we went along, you know.
I thought it was for the price.
I wish it was.
Yeah,
But
but
that's,
I'll give you more on the tanker.
Well,
Speech on it here.
Yeah. So I guess we need to, we have already spoken with Fire Territory Board. They opted to approve this because without this, we will have to either borrow from the fire fund or something. If we do not sell either of these trucks, we will have to move money or do a temporary loan to get the truck in January if we don't sell anything. This is the first hit that this has been out there for, like I said, over a year. We asked them to counter, this is all they have, 150 is all they have to offer.
We counted with another 170 and no way, and then tried 155 or so, 160.
but it shows you on the website how long it's been on.
Oh yeah, it is approved, that's an approved site, so we don't, all we had to do, I already contacted, Ted, our lawyer, garage.com is an approved Department of Transportation. It's an approved seller, you can use that, her amount is the exact same. I'm just glad it's on garage and not really, it's very 10%, garage is just 8.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm happy that it's so, that it is, we do have a bid, so, but that this other fire station is chomping at the bit. So I have emailed him back, we have a meeting tonight. I'll answer for you
Yeah,
tomorrow.
this bid came in about the 7th of July.
So
So this is reasonable, I mean, this is reasonable. I mean, this is reasonable.
it's reasonable compared to what you're seeing sell. Blankenburgers came to look at the tanker and they bought another one fairly recently and what they paid for it in a year. And it's automatic, it's like, oh God. Okay, we're getting you a year, what we want to pass. Same with this, I was looking at,
It's a limited,
Limited market.
burden.
yeah,
I mean,
Not too many people push like that.
yeah.
There is some, I mean, so we did sell one truck to a person,
To a person.
private individual.
Yeah.
That was,
Very rare situation.
sure, right there. He had a resort in Colorado, he wanted a farm truck there. It's, the guy that runs the furniture factory and everything of it. So, I know that there in Huntingburg, he owns that.
So I guess we just need to, you guys need to talk, and if you're for approving it, we need to make a motion and approve that, and then we will move forward with the sale of engine 8. And then, like I said, we've had some updates on the tanker within the last 2 days, so we'll give you kind of that update as well.
I'll make a motion.
Anyone want to second the motion to sell? Motion, Easter.
Or the 150 for
150, we'll get,
138.
Change it second time.
Ground it, we
All
won't
in
pay.
favor?
We were nervous.
I know.
This thing is gonna be awesome.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
She's seconding it, all in favor? Motion passes 3-0. Okay, so the update on the tanker truck is Mike showed it yesterday.
The Barton Township.
Yeah, so very local.
Everything was going well until they opened the door and I says, it's a standard. Well, you could just see the mouse drop open and it's hanging low.
It's crazy.
And I thought, okay, well, yeah, they're your guys and they're trying to get rid of the standard shipping stuff.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, so everything was great until then, but they would pass the information on to Pike County people. I said, please do pass it on. Gave them a figure of $45,000. Yes, that's way off it, because on garage and Bergen Mountain, We were at 110 when we started. I thought, well, this is selling. Then we went under 100. We went at 90,000 just to get in the market of people looking from 50 to 90 under the 100 mark. So we kept it going on down. So now it came up with we had offer 38,000 from Blankenberger Brothers, and I said, no, we need more than that there. So he says we get 45 or 50. Was it
50 for the counter.
Within like hours.
hours?
Oh, it was like minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't do that at all. Can't do that at all. We're firm at 38, take it or leave it, yada yada, and they gave explanations and all this, like they had no money, they were broke. And I thought, okay. So, like I said, I showed it yesterday morning. We told everybody, we took it out all around the area. Now we showed it this evening to,
Union Fire.
which is this the union that's?
Gibson High School.
Okay.
Yes.
They are interested on this here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what price they, because I did not say a word to them about price.
Right, we always say, right, well.
He talked to him.
him.
He's been talking to him. I don't know that he gave him a price.
Okay.
What they have is 40,000. It's more than 38.
Yeah.
He did say, very nice gentleman, I was from right here, he is, I know he's doing justice for the township and their fire department. He is getting public safety lit now because he was one of them that went in with us to get the public safety lit. So I do know he is getting that. He said, if, talk amongst yourselves, if there's something we can counter with, or if we can, we'd love to, well, I would love to see it stay local regardless, like whether it's Barton, whether it's Union, whoever. I'd much rather see it go to a fire department that needs it, they need it, they don't have the funding.
So it was, and just by going on figures that we have, we're gonna ask them if they can come up with 42,000. Or we're gonna count with 45. And if they come back at 42, I hope they come back at 42, they go up a couple thousand. The way this works out, and I have it on and what I'm looking at is a sheet here, with the sales engine aid, the lit tax money, and what we have in our capital outlays, community fund, and all that there, we will be, and bringing in the capital outlays, if the December receipts bring let me reverse it, from the first half of the year, we brought in $67,866 in receipts for the capital outlays. If we bring in 38,000 in capital outlays in December draw, which will be within the budget of what is proposed on that there, we will be at a break-even amount. We'll have enough money that if we bring 38,000 in from capital outlays, we get $42,000 for the tanker, and plus what we did for the other truck. We will be at break-even, where we won't have to borrow any extra money from the fire budget side. We will not have to go after any more money for another loan or anything like that. So we'll be at, and really this puts us at zero. Yeah, to cover the truck, and this is based off, and this is correct amount, the truck costs $1,194,758. That's what the new truck costs. Yeah, finance, $450,000. We will put down $744,917.61 is what we're going to put as down payment, or for the new truck, which will come up with a balance of $159, which is as close to zero as you can
That is
get.
close to zero as you can get.
So, and that's all figures, and these figures come off of, we checked with Jessica
We run,
all
yeah,
along.
we run so many figures.
And I just adjust as I see, and nothing has changed because capital outlay still get no money spent out of it, and at all, it just sits.
And 38,000 would be very low for our December draw, given that we got almost 68,000 for the first one. Your first one's always bigger than your second. We were told we'd get somewhere between, our budget was 100,000, but I was told regardless, because of, it's a percent, the same percentage for every household. We should get somewhere between 105 and 111,000 the first year. So that's like based off of 105,000.
Yeah.
I don't think that's even gonna be close because I think this, I could be wrong too, but, without the TIF, Vince ran some numbers and those numbers look more like the territory would get for the Cuba fund, like 155. Well, 67 and 67 would be pretty close there. Or dark close, so I'm assuming we're gonna get, I assume we get more than 38,000 for sure. I'd say 38 is very,
I'm trying to
very
get as low as
conservative
possible.
on what we're gonna get, but we don't know. This is our first year with the TIP not being here. This is new too, so I don't really know what to expect with the December receipts. When we got these receipts, they're well over what we expected.
But that's how close we are. Now, if they come back and they said, now we got $40,000. I'm gonna vote for, and this is my first pick, I'm gonna vote for 7. Because it's 2 more thousand. And then we'll just have to roll some money out of the, fire budget, $2,000. And then replace it back come next year's, whatever, to replace it or whatever.
And it would depend on well, if we get more than 38,000 in December,
Yeah,
we
then we're
might
fine.
get 50,000, and we might be sitting here going, we don't need money at all, like,
But what this boils down to is, we got some people, but this truck has also been out there for a long time. Time is getting shorter. We're gonna pick this truck up in January, one way or the other, and we gotta come up with